What is happening, troops, and welcome back to Scottish Football Weekly, brought to you by Wireless. Now, this week's episode's seen rampant Rangers, get their say back on a defeated Celtic, shall we say? Lacklustre Celtic. Yeah. We've seen Hearts come back, and again another Van Veen offside goal.
That's Scottish football.
But listen, I'm joined tonight by famous Fraser Hooley and Craig Honest.
Nice.
How's it going, lads? How are we?
Good. Wouldn't say so famous, but
nah. Listen, you're a star in my eyes.
I feel like I'm sitting next to Scottish TikTok royalty here. Honestly.
But how's it going? Anyways, all good.
A lot of weekend.
Aye.
Brilliant. The league's back on.
Closing the gap.
Oh, closing the gap.
Listen, closing the gap, but enough of the chit chat, because there was lots. We're going to dive right into the big 3 points. Now, before the recap, I'll kick us off with a wee segment we like to call the big 3 points. Now, it is big 3 points brought to you by the Football Guess Who app.
Who's that player?
Who's that player? And now, Who's That Player is an interactive football knowledge app that throws up footballers from either the current or past and the SPFL or leagues around the world. Now, if you've not got it, get it. Honestly, in your work, you'll be like this.
Aye, jobs will not be done.
Aye, jobs will not
That's
be
amazing.
done.
Great
Now,
app.
it gives you 5 clues to guess a player, earning points for every player you guess correctly. The less clues you use, the more points you'll get. So, each episode, I'll pick out my I can't speak.
So yeah, don't worry.
3 favourite clues.
That weekend has hurt you, innit?
It's big time. I'm still greeting, mate.
Aye.
And you've got 3 guesses each to pick out the player. Now, if you guess the player correctly, you'll get...
The big 3 points.
And if you don't guess the player correctly, you'll get the big...
0 points.
The big 0 points, exactly, mate.
Wooden spoon.
If nobody gets the player after the big 3 points, then the forfeit points. No points. Zilch. Now, the player with the lowest number of points at the end of the season will do a forfeit picked by you guys. Now, head over to this little guy here at Wireless Insta. May work for Prod James. Wireless Pod Insta to get involved. So, who's wanting the first big points?
Oh my God.
You'll make me so nervous, by the way.
It's my handsome good looks, innit?
Oh, it's so good. I'd pay for them. The big the big 3 points.
I was about to say many people have.
the big 3 points. Let's dive right into it. So, I'm going to bring it back for a fan's favourite. I have played with and against these players. I'm switching it up. Raheem Sterling, Jack Grealish, and Steven Gerrard.
Played with and against.
With or against.
And this is a Scottish football player?
Scottish football player. Aye.
And who's the players again?
Steven Gerrard, Raheem Sterling, and Jack Grealish.
Callum McGregor.
He's done it. He's done it.
No, it's county with.
Not as county with Grealish, and then against Liverpool and one of the cups. One of the Diddy Cups.
I respect that.
Would you have got it?
Probably not.
I'll give you
say
the...
aye. I'll say aye.
Aye.
I think you would have got. That's why I had to be fast off the mark.
Yeah, I'll give you the other clue. I made my first team debut in a Champions League qualifier.
See, yeah, that's a harder clue for me.
Right, and then I have won every cup final I've played in.
Right, so that eliminates it to Celtic. Come on.
Aye, pretty much. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe. Nah, I'm only joking. But we'll dive straight into the recap then.
Go on. There's only one place to start.
There is. St Mirren Hearts to...
Oh,
nah, I'm
come
only joking.
on.
Rangers Celtic, would you think it? I'll let you kick off.
It's been a long time coming, I think, in an Oldham, if I'm honest. There's under Beale, especially. I think this is his 5th Old Firm. There's been 6 this season. Obviously, the Gio at the start. The golfing quality between both teams hasn't been massive in any Oldham, I don't think.
I'd say this season, maybe apart from the 4-0.
That's what I'm saying. Like the last 5 games. So I think there's a couple of games that went either way. you'll see a lot of comments. It's a dead rubber game. It doesn't mean anything. Still an old firm.
Aye.
Still an old firm. I don't like that. If it was all the way about this, I wouldn't like that, because this is supposed to be the biggest game in the world. So just because one team's won the league doesn't mean anything. But in terms of performances, it's one of the best I've seen all season for Rangers. It's not going to be hard, let's be fair. But man to man, they were just amazing. They were brilliant. From McCrory goals to Sakala, it was just perfection. We'll call it.
Do you catch any?
I think personally, without taking away for how well Rangers done, I think final third Celtic were so poor. So many lost balls, either short or too far. Rangers interceptions every time. I think that wee Yilmaz at left back, he done alright.
It was, people are talking about the Yilmaz and Barisic situation. I think if Yilmaz had Barisic's crossing, because I think he had Jota was playing off the left. He had a badder in his pocket.
He was so
he was
poor.
inviting him. He was like, "Go, take me on, beat me in a foot race." One every time.
Aye.
Pretty sure.
Look, you know, in the past few weeks, I've not been a big fan of Yilmaz. Done a starts up sale, and I said I'd probably sell him for money and keep Barisic. That's a performance where, alright, there's nothing to play for Rangers, but what you play for is your shirt next season.
Aye.
And many players in that park, you ask any Rangers fan over the last 4 weeks, most of them will be like, nah, just get rid of him. But you've got Yilmaz, who people are like, definitely, 100% he needs to start. Suter came in, brilliant game. He's got his goal as well. John Lundstrom looked amazing as well. So there's players on that park who, in the past few weeks, you just wouldn't want at Rangers. And it's crazy that just one switch of performance, albeit against Celtic, it's changed a lot of people's opinions. But aye, as Fraz was saying, Yilmaz is definitely his best game in a Rangers shirt.
We'll start with the first goal. I hate always maybe starting with a negative. Obviously, Cantwell was in a great position, after Lundstrom's great strike. But I feel, as the lack of game time for Kobayashi, no stepping up. As soon as he hits it, could he have done better? Could Joe Hart have done better? But then again, in the first 6-7 minutes, it's madness. Like, you go to Ibrox, 50,000 fans screaming, chanting, everything. Celtic need to soak that pressure, and I feel like they crumbled as soon as Rangers went one ahead. I was like, please don't be 3, 4, 5.
You could tell between the two centre halves, chemistry wasn't there whatsoever. Just very lacklustre.
I think the whole back line, like Carter-Vickers, he's gonna go to have a, is that a illustrious
stellar career?
A stellar career.
He might, or he could go away abroad
and flop.
Aye.
But I feel we missed him and Johnston big time. Even though Ralston, I feel, didn't do too much wrong. I just felt like we missed their presence and we missed their bite and grit and determination.
It's fair to say, it's a good point, it's chemistry. The back five for Hughes, including Hart, has been just solid since Johnson came in, really. Ralston's not had a look in. Bernabe has had a couple of games. Kobayashi's had a couple of games, dead rubber games. Maybe that's what Ange was looking at this. It's a dead rubber. Alright, Carter-Vickers is injured, fair enough. But I think, going back to the first goal, Campbell starts it, he picks it up, and he plays it out. Is it Tav? He plays it to? Right out, clips it to that right, or plays it to someone in that right hand side. Good shot with Lundstrom, and as much as Kobayashi didn't switch on it at time, Cantwell's so fast at it. Cantwell's very fast at it, and I think if Kobayashi was switched on and knew where Cantwell was, Cantwell probably still would get to that ball. He might get a foul, might be a penalty, but same with Joe Hart, like, it's very unlucky for a goalkeeper.
Aye.
Like,
it's a great finish by Campbell as well.
Aye.
On the volley, power through the legs, like.
And it's the same position where Sakala's missed in the past 2 Old Firms. Really exactly the same position. So you think he's got a bit of quality 5 minutes in.
Do you know, I'm just so happy didn't Griddy. Like, honestly, like, I was at the missus' house, right, and I genuinely had a bottle like this ready to go as soon as I seen him do his stupid wee dance, mate. But listen,
you've got such a vendetta against him, haven't you?
Listen, tomorrow, well, by the time this goes up, this will be Friday, so Wednesday, if you score, I want to see you pull out the Griddy.
Oh no, no for me.
Big 4, big,
no for me.
just the wee.
I didn't think I've ever celebrated a goal. I scored and I just put my hands up there,
right
like
up there.
Cantona. Like,
I was going to say like Cantona in his prime.
But Now, you can probably say I'm wrong or whatever by maybe talking about this, but I feel after the first goal for Rangers, it settled down and we were the dominant team right up until the second goal. Again, like you says, we had much of the possession, but it just wasn't going forward. I feel like there was no that we didn't play for it, and I just feel like it was lacklustre. There was no 100%, there was no 100 mile an hour Celtic. All goes and misses that chance. Listen, he done great for himself to get himself in that situation, but I feel if that's Kyogo, that's in.
How are you getting paid thousands of pounds a week? Do you know what I mean? You got to put that in the net.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I could kick my gran in the net for that distance. You're telling me I'm no chipping my gran up here, that keeper? Easy.
Look, mate, that was inches away from McCrory making a big mistake. I wouldn't say it wasn't a massive mistake. Maybe the wrong choice of words, but he kind of get his feet caught. He slipped him, and it might put O off. You've seen a couple of camera angles, but O might have not realised that McCrory was completely going for it. He might have thought he slipped, so I'm just going to be able to dink this over him. So, but as far as I was saying, he should be finishing it. He should be getting at least on target. If he gets on target, he's scoring. So,
the post does not count as a target.
No, it doesn't.
Do you know what was so refreshing to see? McCrory actually coming for stuff. A goalie that's actually willing to come out. There must have been about 2 or 3 times in the game where the balls get clipped there, and I'm like, cool, Abada's in. Here we go. Back stick. No, McCrory's there.
I see. The thing is, see if McGregor plays in goals, for that old chance, McGregor won't come out for it. McGregor will
for the one Abada was in, he would
he'll come at his 6-yard line, possibly save it because it's McGregor, but he won't give all that second thought. I need to do it here. So, it's so refreshing for McCrory to be in goals.
I think you give him the rest of the season.
100%.
And then you bring in a keeper maybe, see how they both get on in pre-season, but you can't bring in, let's say, Jack Butland and no start him.
No. Certainly no.
You need to bring somebody in of McCrory's quality, because McCrory has played 4 games for Rangers, 2 against Celtic, a European tie, I can't remember who it was against, in Aberdeen. He's not considered a goal.
Aye.
How can you drop him?
How do you feel, right, if you're McCrory, you sign Jack Butland and you're back to being let's say he'll be number 2, like he's moved up a pecking order. I'd be like, I've done this for this club, I've sacrificed everything, I want game time, either get me out on loan to a decent team or I'm away.
Depends how much you're wanting money or what you're wanting, because how many keepers are really, let's be honest, give me another team that he plays for.
I think he walks into a Premier League team, Scottish Premiership team, bar Celtic.
But then do you look at the
the standard
look
that
at the
they
points
get.
gap? What is it, 30 points?
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Do you want to be playing at that level?
And the thing about being a second choice Rangers keeper is you're still going to get 25-30 games a season. McLaughlin and McGregor through Gio's time and even the start of Beale's time, it was just you don't know who was going to go in goals, and that's the one position in your park you think, right, that this is set in stone, it's never going to get changed. It's maybe going to be different when we do have 2 quality keepers. If Butland comes in, as you're saying, like, he's going to expect to start. He's sitting a third choice keeper as Man U, one of the most cushy jobs you can ever have. A third choice keeper, you go in and train with world class players and go home. That's what you do. So if he's going to be coming up to Scotland away from England, he's going to be saying, no, do you know what, I want to be starting. And he probably should, but at the same time, is that maybe a wee bit of short-sightedness? Whatever that word is.
Yep.
Jack Butland, everybody just knows the name. Aye. He could come up here and no day great, but McCrory's.
But then again, you didn't start him.
No.
Your fans are going to come for your head. Or why have we signed this name who's
Jack
played?
Butland.
This guy's played for Man United. This guy's played for such and such.
Is it Man United, isn't he?
Aye. But what I'm saying is, like, do you know what I mean? He's played for
like these big clubs.
These clubs. Why is he no starting? But then you could start him, and you hear the same problem as inconsistency of both keepers, and then you're like, I don't know who to start.
And then you're back to square one as well. So. No, I think if we get a goalkeeper, it doesn't even need to be Butland, just anybody in this a similar quality, even a higher quality than McCrory, and say, do you not use battle it out? Like pre-season, first couple of games, obviously European qualifiers, right? I'm not going to stick with one keeper here. Both of you go out and prove that you can take that starting place.
And then we'll go into the second goal again, corner, and then
it's no strong enough for Kobayashi. I think that's worse than the first. I actually do, because as much as the first goal, he's slow in reacting to it.
Aye, as soon as the ball's coming in, both of them, as the ball's coming in, both of them are like, right, cool, I know you're there, I know you're there, and then it's bang, stiff arm, free header. Do you know what, you're no keepers saving that, if I'm being honest, for what, 6-7 yards out, maybe 10 yards out. Nah, poor defending again. I feel this season, I could be talking at my backside when I say this, but I feel like when Celtic play Rangers, they've just got a much more bigger threat for set pieces, and maybe that's big Olsen and the height of players, but I just feel again I just up myself for swearing there because
it's fine, but it can go down as we've seen with Goldson for 3-4 months this season, that if he's out injured, our defence looks terrible. As much as Goldson gets a lot of stick, some of it granted, the same's happening with Carter-Vickers, where you take Carter-Vickers at your team and you're seeing so many cracks in that defence. Starfield is a good defender, but he looks a shadow himself. He's no next to Carter-Vickers. Then Carter-Vickers plays off the right.
Aye.
Didn't he? So you've went for Carter-Vickers and Johnson to Starfield and Starfield and Ralston.
Aye.
So it could just be as simple as that one person can totally transform the way you play, the way you defend, the way you set up in corners. Like, that is a leader. And after that performance on Saturday, Carter-Vickers definitely is the most important player for Celtic, 100%. Because I feel like the players branded about, you could say Kyogo, but I actually thought Celtic got worse when Kyogo came on.
They didn't look at the races at all.
No, like that. Abada, I think he was actually a big part of the downfall. He just wasn't in the right positions. He was losing the ball just about every time that he touched it. I
said this to Jamie when I can't believe it. I think it was maybe Celtic St Johnstone Cup semi-final, right, when Forrest came on and scored. We were at the game, and I think we don't work with these players, we don't know them in and out, right, so again we could be talking far for the truth here, but see, he looks like you tell him one thing and he just sticks to it. Like that, for that game, Jota was coming back helping out, but he was staying far right, no infecting the game, no influence in it, and there was nothing there. But we'll go back to the Celtic Rangers. We'll get onto the third in a minute because that was dreadful. But McCrory again, O'Reilly.
Aye, like sloppy with Ryan Jack, who again had a good game.
I thought he was.
It was a worst midfielder.
I didn't know he was playing, if I'm being honest. But he does that dirty work.
You never know that with Ryan Jack. There's a good saying when people talk about Busquets. If you watch the game, you'll never see Ryan Jack or you'll never see Busquets. But if you
so he's just compared. No, hold on.
No, but this is.
He's just compared Busquets to Ryan Jack.
I've really not. I've not.
Aye, but it's quite important, like for Pep and Rodri. For him to improve his game, he told him to do less.
Exactly.
Because when he thinks he needs to do more, he's got to just tone it
down.
If
you watch a game, you'll never see Ryan Jack. But if you watch Ryan Jack, you'll see the whole game. It's true.
Anyway, no, you're not getting that for me. You're not getting a pass for me.
That's fine.
Obviously Campbell,
outstanding.
Best player in the park.
Aye.
Honestly, might be the best individual Old Firm performance this season. Bar Kyogo in the semi-final or the final.
No, it was just at it for the start. See, I can't remember. Was it the first bit of skill? Was it the first couple of minutes or something he's done? The wee
pirouette or relay.
Aye, but 2 seconds before that, he wins the ball by just going through with a slide tackle, winning the.
He'll be your best player in the next season too.
He could go in the summer.
Aye, he already is. Our best player. I don't think he'll go in the summer. He could easily go next summer though. Like, what age is he? 25, 26? A good year at Rangers, a good year and a half at Rangers could just get you back down to England.
But again, I don't think he's got what it takes to cut it down south in the Premier.
No.
He had a good first season with Norwich.
I know.
But was that in the Championship or was that in the
No, it was in the Premier League.
He done alright, but then I think, I don't know, has he maybe got, he seems like a kind of guy that's got maybe an attitude problem.
Aye.
That thinks he's better than what he is.
Aye, a big ego.
A big ego that he's needing filled all the time. So playing with Rangers and they disrespect the Rangers, that like the class isn't quite Premiership. Do you know what I mean? When you're playing against the Aberdeens, the Hearts, the Hibs,
you're gonna steamroll them if you're a player of that calibre. The real test will be, if I'm a Rangers fan, I at least want to see for next season European football. and challenging for everything.
everything.
Like everything. And again, me personally, if both of the teams kick on the way they did at the start, whatever, there's always an old firm in the first 6-7 games, and Beale loses and maybe gets knocked out a cup early, I don't see Beale staying for long.
Well, I said this last week that next season is massive.
I think that's your
rebuild.
Aye.
We're going to need to have a similar result for Angie's first season last season.
Aye.
Do I think that will happen? Possibly no. With Ange still being in here, I think it's going to be a lot harder. But what we've got to know is we've got a good, I think, 7 or 8 players who I'll happily go into next season with. You look at, it's obviously been about Cantwell, McCrory and goals. That kind of back four we played, I would be more than happy for that to be the back four next season, if I'm honest. Suter, a lot of people were saying we should just have got rid of Suter because his injury. See, when he's fit, he's a good defender.
I said that I'd start Suter and Goldson.
I would get rid of Davies.
Is Goldson, did they take an extension, or is he...
No, they took an extension.
Did they?
Took an extension. So there's your back five, as I said, like Cantwell, Raskin. So there's 7, 8 players there who you think you're going to be starting next season. It's all the main thing for Rangers is try to get attackers. As much as Sakala was okay, Matondo was fine the first half. Second half was a bit meh. I think that's going to be the big try to get a striker or two.
Can you have Ahmed Diallo sitting on the bench?
He's seen everybody saying he's the best thing. Mate, for like
stick him back player at Man United, bet he doesn't perform.
Nah, no chance.
No, definitely not. But I can guarantee he won't go back at him on. He'll go back and Eric Ten Hag will look at that and think, I can get a tune out of this boy. A lot of European games.
But you've got Anthony and Palestri. Palestri, he's a wee kid. He's wee good.
Wee good.
He's very good.
He's very good.
He's honestly, he's so good.
Mm-hmm. I think the thing, obviously you're a Man United fan, aren't you? So, what we'll talk about, we'll jump onto them for a wee second. Where do you think they can strengthen? Because I don't think Anthony's the full shell, and that's no. But I don't think he's a complete baller.
I think we will take in Kim and Jay for Napoli.
Good signing.
He'll be an incredible signing. But again, you've got Varane, and you've got Martinez.
Yeah.
Martinez.
The wee Argent.
Incredible. Varane never does a fit wrong.
Yeah.
But
such a Rolls Royce.
Right back, you can say, but you've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who is arguably one of the best 1v1 defenders in the world.
Aye.
And then you've got the complete opposite with that. Sorry, Diego Dalot, who's all about attacking.
Aye.
So they've actually got, at Man, you've got the luxury of having 2 people in a position of fullback, and they both do polar opposites. So no matter what team you come up against, if you're coming up against a Man City, like an Arsenal, that you're playing Wan-Bissaka because nobody's getting past them.
No.
But see, when you're playing against Southampton at home, you stick Diego Dalot on.
But sometimes when I'm watching Bissaka, he just doesn't look like he's all there.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
He doesn't look like a footballer.
He just doesn't look like he wants to be there. If that makes sense.
That's actually true. Like on the ball, he's like a big donkey.
But then,
so
I don't know if you've watched many games, but see, attacking wise, I think he's been doing incredible.
Right,
It's well improved, but I think centre mid we need to strengthen in there. Ericsson, great player, but he's kind of obviously getting to the age where we need to bring in somebody that's going to strengthen. And do I think Rashford? I'm going to make this call. I don't think Rashford's that great.
I think
I think he gives you a good 10-15 minutes in a game, but apart from that, he's missing the whole game.
Do you know how I loved at Man United? Jesse Lingard.
Well, no.
Until he had mental problems, he was coming like you were looking at him like Jesse Lingard, best player in the world. He wasn't the best player in the world, but incredible.
I know
you're right. I'd say if an outside looking in, 3 positions for Man U, goalkeeper definitely. Especially the way Ten Hag wants to play. David De Gea, brilliant servant, has to go.
I get that, and see for him to get the goal thing.
Oh no. But to be fair, right? Pickford, the ball at his feet is brilliant, but it's again he's got T-Rex arms.
He's got like
Tiny.
like the hair's like got one of the worst
Aye.
save percentage in Pickford's right after him.
Aye, centre mid as you said, like Ericsson's getting on, Sabitzer will go back to Bayern. Fred McTominay or just Fred McTominay.
That's
Makes
criminal.
sense.
That is
Like
an actual
McFred,
criminal
man.
offence playing them two
And
at the same
then
time.
striker definitely.
Weghorst, worst signing I think I've seen Man United.
That's
See,
it's not, man.
I liked him to start with because his work rate was
Aye,
incredible.
aye,
But then you
deny
start
it.
getting him finishing opportunities, and literally,
You'd love that, eh?
oh mate,
Unbelievable.
give me $5,000 a week and I'll solve Man United's problems.
Well,
I
you
was
heard
their
that
top-
first, Ten
I was
Hag.
their top scorer going into Christmas before my injury.
You were. Listen, Ten Hag, if you ever want to take a trip up to Steny, I'll buy your Tim Hortons and you can come and sit in the stand and you can
A
watch
great
us ball.
team.
Here, you
Tim
shave a
Hortons,
couple
Eric.
staying off me at Carrington.
But we'll go back to the third goal. Celtic Rangers.
I mean,
Slack for McGregor.
aye.
But then again, there's two opportunities there. Both three players collide. Right, okay, I've got up. If you actually watch it back, Starfelt tips it onto Sakala. See there, wipe him, hit him, do something.
But right, so I get that. I get where you're coming from. But if you're Starfield, you're thinking, I'm 2-0 down here. I take him out.
70 minutes.
I'm gonna be red carded.
70 minutes.
Doesn't
bro.
matter, right? I'm red carded. I'm in an old firm. I've got no fans, and the main centre half's already out injured for the season. Yous have won the league, cool, right? But what you don't want is to win the league, get beat 3-0 against your rivals.
We're
Go to the
losing
next
that
game with your
centre
two starting centre halves out injured, get beat again, and then you've got a damper to the end of the season. And you've got a Scottish Cup final, and you've already got 2 trophies in the bag. That's cool, but fans won't forget about that. Fans will forget about that, and then see by the time August comes round, oh, we won a treble last season, but like, this last 5 games, that wasn't good. So you don't want that to happen.
I think every Celtic fan that I've seen on Twitter kind of knew they didn't really pay big attention. Yeah, obviously it's an old firm, it's never a meaningless game, but see, watching the last 3-4, it was bound to happen. I didn't
Aye.
want it to happen the way it did, but listen, I'm not a bitter Celtic fan. Fair play to Rangers, right for the start, right for the blocks. Everybody to a man was better, and I think that's gave Ange a real eye opener to see who he can no trust, but maybe be like, right, okay, in the moment that I counted on you, didn't deliver. Am I going to do it in Europe? Maybe away to a Leipzig again next year? Nah, I'm not going to start. Do you know what I mean? And he probably wouldn't, but it's just getting that trust in players to go like Rangers, play for your shirt. Show me that you can be a valuable member of this squad.
No, I was thinking about that. Like, the guys that got the chance, because you heard a lot of the online, like, oh, we're playing a reserve team, right? But you're not in that team if he doesn't think that you've got a possibility of
100%.
playing for him. So he gives you a shot, and you didn't play. You didn't
I
play well.
seen a stat, and don't quote me on the figures, right? So I'll just round them up and down. It was something like Celtic, the team.
Is this minutes played?
The team that played, I think it was 20,000 minutes between the Celtic boys and 15 for the Rangers. So
Aye.
see that chat about reserves team?
18 and 14 it was.
It's a
I
pile of pee.
Just the same way, the game doesn't matter. Anything, no matter how many old firms you've played, it's still one of your biggest games. It's your biggest game of the
Nobody
season.
wants to get beat. Like,
No, you
pi-
didn't.
picture your staff
Listen,
out.
you go for a game of fives
Aye.
against your mates. Do you want it? Do you care if you win?
I mean,
Aye,
well,
you do.
well,
Aye, don't even
guess what
You
happens?
do. You do care.
Guess
you
what
do care.
happens?
No matter what level the game's at, you
Diamond.
care about winning.
The diamond, Hooley. That's what we want. Ask him about the fives game.
Aye, you should see
What
me,
hand at
man.
fives?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Listen,
Don't want to know.
so obviously we've got the charity event coming up on the 1st of July,
Renfrew
right
Junior.
here, Renfrew Junior Stadium, where everybody in this room will be involved.
Oh yes.
But so just to get a wee bit of fitness up, match sharpness, with the ball at our feet,
Chemistry as well.
chemistry. So we're inviting the fives. I think I sent you a message, but it was very last minute, and it turned out 5 Rangers and 5 Celtic. So like, right, cool. We're 5 Rangers, we'll wear 5 Celtic taps, and I mean, this for the word go, it was tasty. I mean, Jamie's flying in. You should see his leg. Jamie's flying into challenges, studs up and all that. Like, everybody's pushing everybody, and Prod James, who can play football. Again, he's never played football for a team or that in his life. He got hurt a dillion, and I would have stayed down if it was me. Boy got right back up on his feet. So, I predict 8-3 to Wireless
Oh,
at this YouTube event.
is that it?
Nah, maybe 12-3.
3? Come on, I'm playing centre half.
Yeah. But we'll move on to Dundee United Ross County. That was a big shock.
You think so?
Aye. I think the way Dundee United were going at the time, I'm like, right, okay, like we says, could they stay up?
I reckon they must have put on one of the worst defensive displays I've ever witnessed in my life.
If Jordan White's scoring the hat trick against you, no offence to Jordan White, obviously
Jordan
you're
White scores quite often, especially against Rangers.
Aye.
But any time we speak about terrible defensive performances this season, it's always Dundee United.
Aye.
No matter whether it be the actual defenders
Mm-hmm.
or the keeper they've got in goals, it's just howler after howler,
Mm-hmm.
and they've hit bad form at the worst
time. Ever. Aye.
To play at home against at the time bottom of the league.
Mm-hmm.
And get demolished 3-1. It wasn't even a good performance for Dundee United.
No.
Ross County thoroughly deserved that 3 points. And all this talk about Dicko keeps saying Goodwin will keep them up.
Aye.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
That one's obviously took them 2 points ahead of Dundee United Ross County. So the way it's looking now, the bottom three's 3 points in it for 12th to 10th.
Who's 10th? Kilmarnock, Ross County, then Dundee United bottom in it.
So Ross County, Dundee United on 31, Ross County on 33, Kilmarnock on 34, and then St Johnstone's but only in 36. So 5 points going into the last three games. Three games.
So St Johnstone could get dragged in as well, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But just time after time.
That could be the nail in the coffin, that game there.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that, like, if you're getting scudded 3-1 at home against the team, but they would have been below them.
I'm sure they've still got to go to Kilmarnock, like at Kilmarnock,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get on it, have just beat Livy. No an easy place for any team to go and play in that Astra.
No,
right?
El Plastico.
But they've still that is the big 6 pointer for relegation.
Aye.
Whoever wins that will be massive.
Mm-hmm.
So United will be looking at that game needing a win. They'll be looking at all the remaining 3 fixtures and needing a win, because that performance was absolutely dreadful.
Jordan White's first goal, again, born to the box, and we have conceded a fair few corners in our team. It's easier said than done to defend zonal man for man, but the ball gets played to the back stick and it's literally a ball across 2-3 yard line, and then Poacher right in it, tap in. Can't really stop it. And then
But before you move on, what do you prefer, zone or man to man?
Man to man.
It's man to man every time, isn't
I
it?
didn't understand it.
Yeah,
I didn't see if I'm marking somebody. See the ball. It's probably one of the last things on my mind.
Aye.
Is my man isn't he moving? My man's no jumping. Or if he's jumping, he's getting hit like hips into him, so he can't get a header on it.
But could you hear the shout all the time, stop ball watching? But is that not what zonal marking's all about?
Aye, because your man's
Aye.
no, your
It's
man's
not even
irrelevant.
Let's take Fraser for example. Fraser's maybe edge of the box and I'm on the 6 yard line. I'm not going to beat him in a standing a standing jump to a running jump. No way. He's got momentum. Thank you. You've got the momentum to go and put that in, and I hate heat on the ball, and I don't know why at corners I'm always right at the front post. I don't know why I'm on it. I'm like that. Just get me at the back of the post. Get me at the back stick. Can't heat on the ball, mate. I just shut my eyes.
Fair enough, like.
Listen.
Yeah, each to their own in that.
That's how I don't heat it. I just play with the ball at my feet and set the man up top.
Aye, I've seen it many times.
Did you? Surely. Probably.
Well, I scored 18 goals in 6 games or something like that.
Aye. Mate, honestly, he's a joke, this guy.
Eric,
Unbelievable.
definitely get done. Take his man to Carrington.
Ten Hag.
And then, penalty, would you say it's a penalty for Dundee United? Off his own?
Aye, because he's throwing his hands up.
Oh, swear!
I didn't get. No, it's alright. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We will only charge you this time. But like you says, goes to his hand.
Aye.
This is two games in that 2 games this weekend.
Yeah.
That people have done the exact. Players have went up with that.
So stupid.
What's your hands doing up there?
Yeah.
I know.
You could get away with holding your hand here and doing that. Maybe a wee bit with your arms into your body, but again,
like if you're not going to the ground sliding, because
Like Goldson.
I get. We didn't even speak about that. That's no a penalty.
That's not a penalty.
That's no a penalty. Thank God we didn't.
That is a penalty.
Thank God we didn't speak about it. But if you're going sliding down, I get why maybe you've put your hand on the floor like Goldson, or you're not putting your hands behind your back. You'll break your shoulders, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're jumping if you're jumping up like this, what are you doing?
Aye.
You're just asking for it.
Was that the one where is he turning his back when he's doing it as well, or is this the one where he actually full throws?
I know. In the Hibs penalty, Nisbet's penalty, he kind of turned and went like that, and it hit off his hand. Again, that's stupid. He's not going to the ground. Just put your hands behind your side. If it hits you, it hits you.
I just didn't understand that you're meant to be a professional football player.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? That's like me going to somebody's house and try to change their sink with the water turned on. Do you know what I mean? You stick to what you know.
Aye, that's true. It's like me trying to put somebody's shoes on when they're already wearing shoes.
I know what he's like. Slip them on, size 20.
I know. You good?
I'm just trying to watch this back feed, meant to give you
a wee bit of insight.
So the boys are edge of the box went to put the ball in, and the boys jump like that. So your horn's not in the natural silhouette. Penalty. Dermot Desmond, you don't need to cover that, my man. I've covered that for you.
Dermot Desmond, Dermot Gallagher.
Aye.
It's like folk going up for headers and pushing folk in the back.
Aye.
That makes me go wild.
So stupid.
Do you know who never gave me a penalty for that the weekend? Hogan.
While we're on that subject, I rinsed a boy and I went to strike the ball, right? It's going to be a golf course. And the boy stomped on my back leg and I've not been able to, move.
Aye.
And I've went down, right? And he's like, oh, I thought you fell there. Aye, he worries me.
Was it Hogan?
Aye, it was Hogan.
But yeah, this ref, brilliant guy, but you just can't chat back to him.
Is he working Keith?
He sent one guy off 5 times.
Aye.
He's like, what you want? You want another one, aye?
But the boy was getting on pelters, and was this a friendly as well?
Was that not the game me and James came and seen?
No, this is it was.
Was that another time another ref?
It got abandoned. The game got abandoned.
Seriously?
Friendly before half time. It was wild. But back to Jordan White again. We'll call it the Jordan White show.
Aye, this is the Jordan White show.
5 minutes. Again, I'm no good with players' names, right? No, apart from Celtic Rangers. Is that boy trying to take a shot and a cross for this goal? I'll show you that. I can't show the camera, right? But look at this. So obviously Jordan White, typical striker, he's checking.
Oh no! That was a cross.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was a terrible cross, right?
Aye.
But it was an amazing cross at the same time. He's completely mishit it.
Aye, it was unbelievable. And
But
what
the
a finish! Oh,
he doesn't even he doesn't move his foot. He just lets it hit off his foot.
he's used the spin of the ball.
Aye, look, that's gravity. That's physics. He done that in school. I can guarantee Jordan White done that in school.
Think so?
Higher, 100%.
Should we reach out to him and ask him?
Why not?
I'd like to see you recreate that.
Easy.
Think so?
I'd love to see Fraz recreate a lot of SPFL goals. Mark O'Hara's this season against Rangers.
Give me an airhead kick, I'll do it.
Oh yes.
Here, I invited my bud in to watch me for the first time
Ooh.
in a cup game quarter final. We were 2 each. 89th minute against the 6'4" centre half. I jumps up and puts an airhead kick into the fucking top corner. Unbelievable. Defied the laws of physics. I was a couple of staying later, right?
We will need to get your missus to confirm that. No, get on.
Yeah, there's plenty of boys that will confirm it.
No, I know. And then for Jordan White's third, ball down the channel, missing gaps, and then again typical striker, and what strikers do most, get in the positions to score goals.
Mm-hmm. The basics. See, the thing is, football's so easy. Seems so
when
easy.
you do the basics
No,
right.
it is though, because if you do the basics right, you'll become a professional football player.
Aye.
And that's what he done. And that is why he became a professional football player and not a physics teacher.
So he actually could have been a physics teacher then.
100%.
So that's you weren't like
It's exclusive. It's exclusive.
Right, okay, that's fine. Going on to El Plastico.
I knew Livy would get beat.
Aye.
It's not been good.
Ever since Dicko's took a shine to them, they've went downhill.
Aye. I mean, let's move on to the first goal.
Wasn't it a great game, if I'm
You
being
should
honest?
have saved it.
Aye. The boys done well to kind of get yourself in that position. And, aye, shocking. Keeper needs to get a stronger hand to that.
Mm-hmm.
Great finish, but I'm pretty sure it's on his weaker side, Kyle Vassell.
Mm-hmm.
Vassell. Great knock on. But listen, after the Celtic game with Kelly, I think they've kind of turned a wee page.
Aye.
I think he did too.
At the right time of the season. This is the crunch time where there's a lot of people who don't like this split.
Mhm.
I actually don't mind it because not necessarily for the top half, but see for the bottom half, it's a lot of teams who are just fighting for that place.
Yeah.
Now we've got basically 4 teams who are looking to stay in this league.
Mhm.
So that's where your most entertaining games come from. This wasn't an entertaining game though.
Nah.
It's
And then
just-
the penalty, like you were saying, Jason Holt turning his back with his horns like that.
Aye.
Like, why do you need to put your horns up when you're turning your back? It's not going to hit your face. The worst you're going to get is a sore bum or a
That's
sore
it,
back.
but he's not even trying to cover it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's
Aye, right
see,
up
see if
there.
it hits your face. Hits your face.
I'll be
you're a-
sore for 10 minutes.
You're a football player.
Aye.
Like that's part and parcel of the job. Like
and
fo-
again, I'm not getting paid enough for this.
Strike 2.
Oh, I love you, mate. I love it. I wish I could do it and swear, but it just makes a life noisy for the producers.
And that's our job.
And then Daniel Armstrong.
Great player.
Yeah,
Aye,
I'm not saying Dieg's a good player. Obviously, he's a professional football player, but does he get a move out? If you're Daniel Armstrong, do you move? Where do you move to? Where can he go? League One?
League 1 or 2. Well, probably League 2. He's probably not a League 1 player. Like, but you could probably put him.
Do you take him a punt at Rangers?
No way. Scott Wright's better than him. And you know how I feel about Scott Wright.
Aye.
No good, man. No good. But look, see for anybody, see if you're an Aberdeen who's maybe going to play European football,
Yeah.
who they're going to be playing 55, 60 games a season. They're going to need to rotate. So
Did they not back the Conference League invitation, didn't they? I seen something about, I don't know if it was a youth, maybe.
I was
But
going to say, there's no way Aberdeen first team saying, see that Conference League?
I
Set it
seen it at a quick glance on Twitter. I don't know if it was the youth or maybe them, but they've said that they want to continue. I think more think now it is the youth. They continue the development of the youth players. They declined to do the invitation to a Conference League, so I don't know. Maybe
It's a bit
take what
weird.
Rangers youth done. They took themselves out a couple of seasons back and went and played I think all the best teams in Europe pretty much, like your Dortmunds and all that, didn't they?
How'd they go on?
Just went a wee European tour.
And they were actually a decent side.
Aye,
Aye.
our youth team was good. Just went right downhill, man. Even the women's team.
They win at the weekend.
They did. We won 6-0 at Hearts. But that's like a low score line.
Aye.
See, I think there's one game left of the season.
Oh, it is. So Celtic have put it to heart. So all 3 teams can win.
aye.
Rangers play Glasgow City, who both of them can win the league. So picture that as a draw and Celtic go and win
It's not even that though. Rangers are only going to go and hammer Glasgow City.
Is it Ibrox or?
I don't know. No sure
Because
what it is.
Celtic put it to Celtic Park again for the
Aye.
record-breaking attendance, which I think is great, and especially in women football. I think over 9,500.
Aye, that's good.
Unbelievable.
Look, women football is getting a lot more popular now,
Mhm.
and why shouldn't it? You know, these lasses are going out and doing exactly the same as the guys are.
Mhm.
There's obviously questions all the time about like paying that, but that's just totally different. It's their full-time job, and it's good that they're now getting fans, like nearly 10,000. Like, so they would have never played in front of that.
Nah, and I feel see for the game against Hearts on Sunday, I think it's only going to get bigger. If I'm being honest, we play obviously on this Saturday. Don't quote me on that.
But aye, potentially.
Because you're at Aberdeen. Nice Aberdeen.
Hearts away.
Hearts away on Sunday.
Yeah, aye.
Aye. Easy. We'll get onto that. No, we will need no in this episode because we've got midweek games to catch up on.
Oh my god.
But see you later, Jordan White, and hello, St Mirren and Hearts. I thought Hearts would have scud booked them.
Think so?
Aye.
Hearts haven't been good for
Hearts
ages.
didn't deserve the draw.
No.
We'll get onto the penalty because that's a bit soft.
Oh, that's criminal.
That's soft.
Soft. Flaccid.
But again, what are you doing putting your hands on somebody's back like that?
Aye, you're giving the ref a decision. Like you're 2-1 down. Obviously, you probably have more than momentum going into that kind of last final 5, 10, 15 minutes. why give a ref a decision?
Aye.
Especially with VAR. VAR's no obviously going to turn it round if it's a clear and obvious error. If somebody's pushing somebody in the back, they're not going to say, well, they pushed them in the back, you can't do that in the penalty spot.
But I think the ref's got the decision to here look at that and go,
Maybe.
that's soft. But again, the boys run away for goal.
Aye, that is my pet hate in football. See, if you're going away for goal, do not foul with a man.
No.
There is no danger for that. Like, if he doesn't foul him, Janelli's running to the corner, waiting for somebody to maybe be at the edge of the box and just playing it back to them, and then that's when you go and regroup.
Aye.
But the fact that you're needing to put an elbow, it wasn't a penalty, right? It wasn't a penalty, so soft. But you're giving the referee a choice to make then.
Yeah.
If you just defend well and just usher him out, he's not going to do anything.
I'm 100% for him, but if I get pushed in the back there.
Of anybody else. Anybody else.
You breathing me.
Do you know that's
facts.
the part of my game that I can say hand in heart, I just don't know how to do.
What, the dirty
Dive.
side?
I just don't know how to dive. Like I get kicked and I just and I just don't know how to go down. So if you want to sign up for some 1-to-1 coaching, right here, Fraser's socials. No, I was joking, but Fraser's socials will be here.
Aye, definitely.
Definitely we'll talk about it. You've got a wee business venture coming up. You wanted to tell us about it?
Didn't need to talk too much on it. But
No.
Just a tradesman try to help other tradesmen. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do, mate.
Aye, no, it's definitely good, and like I says, and as he says, it's going to be on his socials here. So definitely TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. No, Twitter?
Not so much. Twitter.
And another service we can't say. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking, guys. Don't worry. But we'll go back to the.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Pinterest.
Aye, there's nothing wrong with
I don't think
Pinterest
there's
at all.
anything wrong.
But again, I want to know how much corners were scored this weekend, because Hennessy.
I don't think there was any corners
Keep the
scored this
Hennessy
weekend.
flowing. Joe Shaughnessy.
Hennessy, Sean, right?
Aye. Gogic does well
Was
to
that,
keep
was, that, was that the first goal?
Aye.
Terrible defending with
Aye.
Hearts.
Gogic does well to get that back into the danger area.
The ball's bounced in the 6-yard box.
No, it didn't bounce. He caught it in the volley.
Or did he catch it in the volley? Or in the 6-yard box?
But there was nobody in him.
Right, so there.
Two of them.
Could have let it
two
bounce.
St Mirren's. Aye.
There was just actual plaster to the front and back post.
Aye. And then there wasn't really much to say about that. And then they've went great counter attack, by the way. And your man, is it Curtis Main? It didn't score it. But I think St Mirren are looking different class now.
They were definitely good. St Mirren's first goal, I thought it was offside. Am I right looking at the right one?
The ball comes in.
The ball.
Aye.
I thought the ball comes through,
Aye.
and their big striker,
Shankland.
he's offside.
No, Shankland's playing them on.
Is he?
Aye.
Right, okay.
Shankland's on the line, exactly.
Okay.
But again, against I called it, I can't remember. I think I said 4.
Say
Anyway,
3-2 Hearts.
3-2 Hearts. St Mirren have looked different. It's like a togetherness, and I feel like you says, once you've got a manager and players that believe in a system, no matter what club you're at, as long as you've got 11 players, maybe 12, 13 players, 15 players that can buy into a team,
18 players, 20
quick
players.
22 players, 25 players, they're doing everything right. And then the second goal, free kick. What a free kick.
You reminded me, somebody for like an auctioneers there.
10,
10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 20. No, free kick. Think you should save it?
Aye.
I think you should save it.
100%. I was watching it. I was like, how's he knows? I goes, what's the goalie doing, Tom?
And the ball didn't even jump?
no chance he can save that.
Aye.
Why is it? The question is, why is he standing in the position that he's standing in?
He's so far out of that left-hand side.
Aye. He's Sander Clark.
Not great, is he?
Getting Craig Gordon comes back.
Well, aye. That's weird, right? So, obviously Craig Gordon out injured, terrible injury. We've seen him weeks later, like almost full training, and we've not heard a peep from him since. Was it 4 months ago?
Setbacks.
Just when you're not ready, you're not ready.
I just
Plus,
think-
how old is he? 40, 41?
Aye, just get up, mate.
Your knees are going to give you.
See if Robbie McCrory wants to get it, that's a team who should be looking for him. Xander Clark's not up to it. Craig Gordon's about to retire. Why no? Like, he went to Livingston, was brilliant.
Aye.
Brilliant at Livingston. So if we bring in somebody like Jack Butland, that's a team who should be looking at him thinking you can play for the next 10 years.
And listen, don't get me wrong. He did pull off a great couple of saves, Clark. Especially in the second half. I think one of them balls came in and it's flicked on probably for about the penalty spot, and he's pulled off a great save. And then you get to the Hearts goal. Great bit of work down the right. And then again Ginnelly finishing it
I
off.
like him. He's a good player, man. I think he's always alright against shoes as well.
Aye, he is. He's decent.
He's a handful. And no, I wouldn't take him at Rangers.
I never said that.
Aye, but you're going to ask it.
Would you take him at Man United?
It's better than Sancho.
I'd take anybody at Man United.
I mean, what's your opinions on Sancho?
Murder. Shouldn't
No.
even be putting the jersey on.
No way.
I've never seen a player run forward and then run back as much as what he does.
He's not even the best number 25 who's ever played for Man United.
End product is criminal.
What do you think about the Harren sending off? It's definitely a red.
Is that straight red?
Aye, straight red.
I don't know. So at first I seen it, I thought, well, he's no last man. It's in his own half. There's 2 centre halves in the middle. So it's no last man. Then I thought it's probably because of force.
Dangerous. Aye, he's not in control.
Definitely reckless.
See if the boy's foot's planted. That's horrible.
Aye. That probably is a red card. Probably is a red card.
Do I see it?
No, I can remember it.
Aye.
I can remember it. I was just thinking, the first thought I had was, surely that's not because he's last man, because he's no.
Aye.
But
what is it they call it nowadays? Jamie's great for this, by the way. This guy's up there. He's just got everything ticked off. Was it brute and something force? Or am I just making brute up?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Aye, that's fine. And then again, penalty. The ball comes in, and then
Can't even speak about the penalty, man. That's one of the worst decisions I've seen. Every week we speak about referees' terrible decisions. It's never going to change. I don't think it'll ever change.
nah, that's a penalty.
It makes
That's
it,
a penalty.
makes it worse. There's VAR, and you can go
Aye.
and watch it back.
I think he did as well.
Aye.
They'll use it for everything now, so they don't look like.
Even
Did
more
you-
darties and
Did
not
you,
there.
I don't know if you started seeing it on TikTok that they started to release the Premier League
Mic'd up.
comms between the two of them. I can't remember what.
Canada didn't Scottish football, man. That'll be blood at me on this podcast.
You sure, mate? You sure?
Aye,
that-
100%.
You sure that? You 100% sure that's
Who's
been
going to take the rap for this
mate,
one?
I don't know, mate.
But we've spoke about it countless times before. Does that then go back to make rest full time? Put money in behind them and do it.
There's many things you could say where it could work, but it will never happen.
Nah.
It never will. Refs in Scotland probably look at the way the association is now and think, why do I want to go full time?
To be fair, it's hard.
Aye.
Like I've done the lines a couple of times for Sunday amateur fat folk playing football,
Aye.
and I'm like,
I know. And having to do what maybe he probably does 12-13k a game, a referee, easy, because you could have a ball in the box and it goes right to the other box and then back to the other box, and see if you're just doing that all game, the ref's up and down and up and down, and then he has to make sure all 22 players in the park aren't doing any illegal activity on the park, and then he's got to make sure that there's so much happening, so you can maybe let them away with a bad mistake here and there, but no every week with the same refs.
And then penalty. Now let me ask you this: 95th minute, 96th minute, and pretty much a decent game. Let's say, obviously Shanklin's went high and down the middle. Where are you going?
I don't want to say. You never know.
I'll happily say it. It's gone bottom. It's gone left side netting. Across me.
I see it's gone across me, gone to the right.
To your right.
Aye.
don't know. Sometimes your emotions can get the better of you. Oh, I'm putting it bottom right, and somehow it ends down the middle.
Aye.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're like, how did that go there?
Do you know what gives me the fear? It wasn't really the fear. It wasn't until I thought about this, right? I think it was Big Dan took a penalty. I can't. Was it against? Maybe an inter-squad friendly or something like that.
No, I think it was against and he did. I take a pen. I know what you're talking about.
And see the force he got behind this ball. I was like, how did he control that? Like, I'm talking that fair play to him. Obviously, he was doing, but he's put his foot through this, and I'm like, there's no way they can control where that's gone. If I want to go right and put it full force, it's either gone right, and it's gone out of the bar. Like, to me, again, you should never miss a penalty, and somebody can hold a gun to my head, and I'll take 10 penalties. I'm scoring 10. There's no way I'm missing them.
Oh mate, let's
Let us get
let's
get Andrew back in.
Andy Whitney,
Aye.
did you see what I done to him?
No, for 10 penalties, you're saying?
Did you see what I done to him? It's a charity event. Oh, you were there.
chipped him.
Aye, both of us chipped it. Aye.
Did you see what I done to him?
Oh, did you see what I done? Oh, mate, it's unbelievable.
All three of us in this table chipped him. I didn't chip him with a penalty.
Do you know, we'll go to Cammy and we've got a game
Wednesday.
Sunday. We've got a game Wednesday, Sunday. Next training session, we'll go to him. We'll record it. We'll say, listen,
Please do.
we'll take 5 penalties each. That's 10 in total. There's no way he's saving. He'll save 1 maybe.
But you saying you're going to score 10 out of 10? This is what I'm saying.
No,
mate,
I take 5.
Aye.
Mate, I'll
Take-
take
I
10 and score 10.
I'll not take any. You just take all 10.
Do you not like penalties?
I didn't mind, mate. We were playing a game against this other mob, and it was like 2 each, and it was only a friendly, but it was down south. It was a heavyweights team down south, and I had one as a penalty. And Alex Penman always takes the penalties, and he goes like, "No, you take it." I was like, I've not even scored for the team yet.
The bottle's crashed.
Bottom corner,
But
as you like.
that must be one of the biggest mental blocks in football, though. Is a penalty.
That's not easy.
No way. You look at the amount of amazing big players who went through the penalty shootouts and thought, "I'm going to sit this out."
You'll love this one. The first player that came to my mind was John Terry against Man U.
Bottled it.
Oh,
Started crying on
John
the
Terry in
pitch.
here. Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'd get battered off him. Going to St Johnstone Motherwell. She's fine, thanks. Again, Kevin Van Veen.
The Kevin Van Veen show.
Gorgeous. Reminds me of myself.
He's a player, isn't he?
Oh, he's
he'll not be there next year. No way.
no,
Rangers should look at him.
no,
Aye.
no,
Aye.
nah.
100%.
I can't. I
Tell me
can't.
what he does. Tell me what he does differently than Morelos. Or
No, look. Van Veen is a good player. He is.
He just makes the game look easy.
What is
mate,
it? 26, 27 goals, right?
Aye.
Unreal. But he's 32. I get it. But you would still need to pay Motherwell £1 million to get him out. They're not going to let him go off in the cheap, especially to Rangers or Celtic or Hearts Aberdeen. You're going to need to pay £1 million to get him out. Would I want to pay a 32-year-old £1 million who is an amazing finisher, better than any finisher than we've got at the club? I would probably say maybe Cholak. He's probably on maybe the same levels as a Cholak, but Van Veen will have to start every game.
Yeah.
What is Rangers fans going to think when
And he's scoring 28 goals.
Nah,
I think it's a great shout for Van Veen to go to Rangers.
nah, I can't. No's a starter. No way.
Who are you playing? Sakala?
No, we'll go and sign a striker.
Who do you want to sign? That's what I was going to say.
You know, there's
Van Veen.
no way. Duke, but I wouldn't even want to play Duke up front. I'd want to play him off the left. I mean, in an ideal world,
That could be a scary Rangers lineup.
don't say Duke, Van Veen and Sakala.
No, Duke, Van Veen and Campbell.
I wouldn't even want to play Campbell off the right. But maybe. But I think there's, for the money you pay for Van Veen, you could easily either pay somebody who's not got a club's wages with that $1 million, or you could go out and find somebody younger who you don't know anything about but could turn out to be just the same. But in an ideal world, in my eyes, a fully fit Kemar Roof, but that'll never happen.
Nah.
He's still the best striker in Scotland.
And then another penalty, shockingly enough. Like you say, is when people are going away for the ball, why go for it? The striker's right in front of you. Maybe you're thinking you can nip in front, but as soon as a striker puts a bit down and you clip him in the box, they're going down, or a midfield or whatever. And he was quite lucky for his first penalty.
I know, what is he doing?
What's the keeper then?
Aye.
Should know better.
Aye.
Was it for the keeper coming off the line or for
Aye,
the players
the
coming into the
keeper.
box at the same time?
Keeper came off the line.
Both?
Like, you've got VAR. The ref's going to look at that.
Aye.
Oh, he did as well.
Keeper
Shocking.
came off the
Not
line.
even a smidge.
His
It
eyes
was-
a
it
couple
was-
inches, a
it-
good
it-
few inches after.
Before the boy struck it, the ref's looking down the line.
Aye. Aye. They didn't even have to go to VAR, did they?
They did. It
Did they go-
did go to VAR, but
Did they? But
the ref didn't. It just went in easier.
aye, as you said, like, this rule's been a a thing for a couple of years now. I don't agree with the rule, to be fair. I think they're making it harder and harder for keepers to save penalties, which, fair enough, might play into the fact that people go and watch football to see goals scored, no penalty saved. But I think the rule's a bit meh. I don't really agree with it, but the rule's there to abide by.
Aye.
And as Fran said, you should know better. You should keep 1 foot in the line.
Aye.
Like, most keepers are 6'3", 6'4". Like, if you keep 1 foot in the line, you're still going to reach probably post to post.
Aye.
So, strip it.
And then, what's he going does? Penenka right down the middle.
Nice.
That's a set of cojones on that.
That's cheeky.
Yeah, it's the coolest guy in Perth at that moment in time. Wouldn't it be hard? I've been to Perth a couple of times.
I had to stop at
See if I'm the keeper there, right? No. I mentally say to myself, he's going down the middle.
Yank.
Oh, aye, every time.
See, I'm total opposite. So I would always think, right, he scored. He did score. No. He missed the first penalty, so he's going to do everything in his power just to score this. He's just going to put it right into the corner. That's what I would think. I would like, he's no got the cojones to go down the middle. No even chip me just to go down the middle, but he does.
And then I think a player that's been influential to Motherwell's season, Blair Spittle, gets down the line and ball into the box. Horrible defending.
I mean, aye, but as a defender, you're always told just make sure to try and cut off that passing line, which the defender has. He's not expecting Maldron to just delay his run a wee bit. Spittle to do the same.
Yep.
And it was the weight of the pass that the defender's just a couple inches away from just getting a toe on it. Like, there's only, you can't be so that athletic that you can run at full pace to get back into the box, turn, and then have another burst of pace to try and intercept the ball. It's just unlucky.
No.
But good finish.
Very good finish. And then it brings us on to the 0-0, which probably shouldn't have been 0-0. Hibs and Aberdeen game.
How Hibs didn't win that?
I know.
Seen the first half, by the way. Nisbet had a fair few chances, and we always talk about Van Veen, Nisbet, Shankland. I think I've changed my opinion.
What is it?
Van Veen, Shankland, Nisbet.
So Nisbet at the bottom?
No.
I've been saying this for months. Nisbet's a decent player.
I think he's a very good.
He's
feel like
overrated.
so much people nowadays are confidence players. Like, you can't just go out and just do what they do, day in, day out. It's nothing different to what they do in training. There's maybe a better opposition, or you're going away playing in unfamiliar territory. But again, do what you do best. Go put the ball in the back of the net. You're a striker for a reason. I wouldn't imagine Carter-Vickers doing what Virgil van Dijk used to do, and every time he picked up was going to score a goal. Hibs are counting for that. I feel Hibs are building such a good team for the future. Eliune obviously signed that deal, but I feel, could Van Veen go to Hibs? You think he'd stay in Scotland?
I don't think he stays in Scotland. I'd like to see him stay in Scotland, but again, teams will maybe no. The likes of your Hibs, Aberdeen, Hearts won't mind the age of 32-year-old because these teams kind of build just season to season. So if you're Hibs, you're going to look at Van Veen and think, well, he's scored nearly 30 goals, probably 30 goals in all competitions this season. Coming off the back of his best career ever, right, we'll pay £1 million because he is better than this, but he still knows where the Shankland.
Yeah.
But he definitely is better than this, but.
And then, again, Aberdeen a few chances. Was Duke playing? He was, wasn't he?
I'm sure the Kambiowski were playing now.
Again, it's just...
Quiet game.
Aye.
Again, it's fair to say, like, Hibs fully deserved that. Definitely, fully deserved that win. I did expect it to be a hard game, but I didn't expect it to be so one-sided.
No.
Aberdeen didn't look good at all, man.
And then the penalty. Is that in his silhouette? The ball goes down like that, he's holding here. Would you say that's in the silhouette?
I just didn't understand why your hands... Like, defensively, right, you look at the bigger leagues, centre halves, balls are coming in, their hands are down here. Why are your hands not down here?
Yeah.
Why are your coaches not telling you what is your hands doing above your body, anywhere but behind you? Just do it. It's safeguarding you.
Like the penalty incident there, like, I don't feel he needed to go down that way. I feel if he just stood, like you says, even if you don't want to get hit in the face like Addy, turn your head. What's the worst thing you're going to get a sore side of the head for 10 minutes?
No, but I'll play devil's advocate that, and if you stand there and turn your head, and he's seen you turn your head and then runs past you and puts it in the net.
Aye, but in this situation,
but that's why, again, I'll take it back. You're a football player, Stoney get hit in the face.
You're pited, basically.
Aye.
Regardless of what you're
because
saying.
if you do stand there, turn your back, or turn your face, sorry, and he goes on and scores, that's even worse than a handball, but a controversial handball, whether it be out of silhouette or not. That's even worse. So you've just got to stand there and take it. And see if you get hit in the face, roll into for 5 minutes.
Kill
time.
Kill the game.
As you said, 5-10 minutes and you'll be away. Like, you're a professional football player. Probably happens in training at least once a week. So what's the difference? So
no, definitely.
It's stupid. It's a bad penalty though.
100%. Shall we introduce your wee segment?
Aye.
We'll go for it.
Let's go. Right, so
we would bring another guess of the big 3 points, but my man's went and done it.
So I'm gonna give you 3 types of like wee concepts, right? Just names, and I want you to say if they're overrated, underrated, or perfectly rated. If you've got a strong opinion on it, feel free to elaborate, right? Right, so Ange Postecoglou, Michael Beale, and Davy Martindale. Right, so first of all, Ange. I think he's overrated, underrated, perfectly rated.
Perfectly rated.
Ben.
It's hard, right? Because I really want to say perfectly rated, but what he's done in the 2 years has been nothing but incredible. See if he can do it in Europe this year. Right, okay, I'm going to go with perfectly rated, right? But see if he can do it in Europe this year. Next season, he'll be underrated.
You could be over. I get what you mean, but
aye.
See if he does well in Europe, people could then be touting him for crazy jewels, but then make him overrated. For me, he's perfectly rated.
I would give perfectly rated.
For me, he's perfectly rated. I'm going to do a wee twist. Obviously, as we know, Fraz is a Man United fan.
Right.
We're
going to sub it someday.
No. I'm going to.
Wait,
oh no, Davy Martindale.
Yeah.
And Bill.
Sorry.
Sorry, man. Honestly, Ange in my head.
Davy Martindale, overrated.
Anke's overrated as well. Addy.
Great guy.
Aye, but this is why he's overrated. See if Davy Martindale's no this great guy, you know, because he's a man of the people.
Aye.
Done 4 years in the jail. That wee documentary that came out, brilliant. Like that's fantastic. But see if he wasn't that.
Aye.
He probably wouldn't be at Livingston. He's done a great job up until I would say this season. But I would say overrated.
I don't want to. We can't obviously say New Beale's underrated, right? Or like overrated, because we can still use the same ones. I take it. Aye.
I think Beale's overrated.
I think Beale's overrated.
And I'm a neutral point. I'm not a Celtic or Rangers man.
I get what you're going to say here, right? In terms of he's a mastermind.
No, I'm not even going to say
right?
that. I'm not even going to say that because back then I would say he's the most underrated coach I've ever seen because then he wasn't getting any plaudits. If you're not a Rangers fan, you don't know who Michael Beale is. Realistic, so that's why he's underrated. Now he's the actual manager of Rangers.
I think he's got to do better with that Rangers team.
I know this has got to sound embarrassing. He was a manager when you still winning the cups, weren't you?
Aye,
overrated.
So when Beale came in, if I remember rightly, he didn't actually have a great start, did he?
They were winning games, but they were playing terrible.
We're winning games, except for the Hibs away and Hearts away. I can't remember a performance that was brilliant. And I'll go perfectly rated.
Okay.
More leaning towards overrated, but again, it's big season next season.
If he doesn't deliver next year,
aye, 100%.
If he doesn't get at least 2 trophies, I think it's
just a trophy.
If you're Rangers, you've got to be on par with Celtic, or Celtic need to be on par with you.
Aye.
Look, I think the way Rangers and Celtic fans should look at it is if you don't win the league, win both cups.
Aye.
Because that means it doesn't mean as much, you know, like it's so much harder to win the league. But
see, even see if I don't get knocked out by Rangers in the semi-final or like the quarters or whatever, it's disappointing. If Rangers go and beat us in the semi-final, fair play, they wanted it more, whatever, you can say that, and Rangers more than likely, or Celtic, will and go and win it. I don't see Celtic losing against Kelly Thistle. I really don't.
No, you're backing them 9 times out of 10 in any final.
Maybe
That's
put
no
Celtic
Rangers.
on what is it, under
3.5 or over 3.5 or something.
like start -3 or something like that's the way I think the game should go. But again, cup final Inverness, you don't know how these games go. But
I think, again, if you look at Anjanki's investments in the players that he's brought in, has been brilliant. The work rate of the boys is crazy.
The next 3, it's got to be players this time, right? Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes.
Scholes is underrated.
So we'll start with Scholes.
Architect, an absolute architect.
And see, after this, after we say our opinions for all 3, I want you to rate them, because this is a Scottish football podcast, right? But this is of course, this is a talking point that any football fan has spoke about at least once in their life.
I've got the ratings in my head already.
I've got it. For me, Scholes underrated.
I think it's a joke.
Are you ready? Quickly, no filter, no nothing.
Go on.
Scholes underrated, Lampard perfectly rated, Gerrard overrated.
Nah, no way.
And I'm not saying that because he came and managed Rangers, whatever. He was a great football player. Like take that Champions League final and is it Istanbul?
Istanbul, the FA Cup final against West Ham.
So
many times. Now, Gerrard. So
I don't think any of them, apart from Scholes, were underrated.
Nah, Gerrard's underrated because how many people beat him out. There's a reason why Mourinho tried to sign him to replace Lampard at Chelsea, and there was a reason why Ferguson tried to sign him for Man United.
But then Fergie would have tried to sign Lampard too.
Nah, Gerrard's the best at all 3 of them, because Gerrard can do what Scholes does, and he can also do what Lampard does. Lampard can't do what Scholes does.
Oh, did Scholes not come back and help us win the league?
Out of retirement.
Exactly.
Who lost the league?
I know, exactly.
Slippy G.
I get they're all 3 are incredible players.
Aye, unbelievable.
But Scholes was a footfall. How pivotal it is that your midfield wins you games.
Yeah.
And he won Champions League, leagues, cups, the lot. Gerrard, did he win much apart from the Champions League?
Champions League and an FA Cup, maybe a League Cup. Aye. And do you know what, I'm even going to use a serious argument all the time, but look at the team he was on. He just chose to be on that team. Like it's not down to him, but for me the ranking goes Gerrard, Scholes and Lampard.
What about you?
I would. I'm in 2 minds between.
Yeah, Scholes.
I'd say Scholes.
Can I give Gerrard that hard time and then no put Lampard ahead of him? Lampard was a baller.
He was, but so's Gerrard, mate.
Yeah, and I know that's the thing. All 3 are absolute. I think I've got to put both of them perfectly rated because I didn't think they're overrated. In fact, maybe I will say it Gerrard overrated because so many people are saying that he's better than Scholes when he's just not.
Aye.
Fair.
If you gave any manager in the world when both of them in their prime and goes, right, you sign Gerrard or Scholes, who are they signing?
Who are you signing?
In their prime?
Aye.
Gerrard. 100%. And again, it's nothing to do with Rangers. It's nothing to do with Rangers. I've had this opinion since before Gerrard came to Rangers. Gerrard is just, I don't know, it might just be personal preference. Watching Gerrard, there was just something about him which he can just do anything. Scholes also can, because Scholes was an underrated scorer in a couple of seasons at Man United. But it's just the aura. I will give you that.
I would say there was something about Stevie G when you did watch him play. You're like, he is special. But when you watch Scholes, you just felt that he was in the right place. And
100%. Right, this is a wee bit different. This isn't overrated, underrated, but it'll kind of fall into the same bracket, right? I need you to rank these 3 strikers.
Oh, don't tell me Drogba's in there.
No. Right, so it's current strikers.
Right, okay.
It's current strikers. You can base it off, probably basing it off this season, right?
Right, okay.
So, Kane, Lewandowski, or Osimhen.
Oh, Osimhen's at the top.
Kane, Osimhen, Lewandowski.
This season?
Aye.
Osimhen, Lewandowski, Kane.
Oh, no, you can't. No Kane at the bottom.
Aye.
No Kane at the bottom. I agree with Fraz.
I think Lewandowski's just taking an easy road out going to Barca.
Easy paycheck.
Penny Kane.
Not bit, mate. So, I didn't even quote Haaland.
Penny Kane.
I didn't quote Haaland because it's Haaland, right? He's best striker in the world this season. But without him, I think Kane's on nearly 30 Premier League goals this season. It's a ridiculous return.
He's a joke for how much a bad season Spurs have
But the thing is, I think the difference between what gives you for Kane and that Osimhen is that Kane can grab a game and go, right, I'm gonna put us back in it. And he done that against Liverpool.
Aye.
And you were like, hey, they're maybe getting hammered, but I can maybe see.
You know the only reason I'm going to back my ratings? Because in the successful seasons the other two have had.
Granted, I would say, look, Lewandowski has been terrible in Europe. Shocking. Same with Barca, right? He's came in to be the main man. He's the league's top goal scorer, but he's not even scored 20 goals in the league.
Yeah.
Which, see for actual La Liga, that's terrible.
Barca won the league and there was no buzz about it. That's because Messi and Ronaldo carried that league for so long, I feel.
Aye. Both the teams, like, you look at both starting at 11s in their prime, Barca and Real Madrid, and just, it's world class in every single position. You look at it both now, you're lucky if there's 5-6 world class players on each starting 11 on both teams. And that just shows.
I could say that about pretty much any team now, though.
Aye.
Like, I think the
100%.
golfing class has dropped massively.
Aye, like probably best team in the world, player by players, Man City.
Aye, it's actually scary.
Like, that's.
Do you know, it's actually, I seen it. It's actually mad that Pep's turned that league into a farmers league.
Oh, is Pep underrated or overrated?
Underrated.
Overrated.
I think he's underrated.
Underrated.
Overrated.
You're just saying you're a Man U fan.
Mate, if you gave me the money he's got, you're telling me I couldn't bring something out of them.
But
Fraz, I would love to give you 1.2 billion. I'd love to see what you do with
honestly,
that.
what I could do with 1.2 billion.
That's mad.
But like,
Would you
it's
give me a
crazy. But it's crazy though. You put him at any other team in the world that hasn't already been built for him. What did they do at Bayern Munich?
Just done exactly the same as any other manager.
Only won the league. Didn't they win the Champions League?
Didn't he win it this year?
No. I hope he doesn't. I pray to God, honestly.
Do you think Real win it?
I pray. I can only pray.
I don't like Real.
Just because it's City, but I'm a United fan.
Aye.
But the thing is, see, when I watch City, I'm like, I love watching this.
It's so good, man.
But again, you do look at City, right? And you look at Jack Grealish, you didn't go world class when you look at him. You didn't look at I forgot the centre back, Ruben Diaz. You didn't actually look at him and go
Ruben
world
Diaz?
class. Who's the other centre?
You've got
Nathan
Akanji.
Akanji.
You look at
Nathan
Akanji,
Johnny
Ake,
Stones,
John
man.
Stones. You didn't look at them and go
So good.
world class.
But they just work for each other.
It just works for them.
I hope City do it.
Ederson, he's not even classed in like the top 5
He's-
goalkeepers in the world.
He is overrated.
You know what's you're gonna be disappointed, right, when I say this, for us. So growing up, my 12th birthday, my mum took me down to Old Trafford, Man United Arsenal, right? Fell in love with Man United.
What game that is?
It was good. It wasn't the 8-0 game or the 8-2
8-2.
game. It wasn't the 8-2 game. I think it was 4-0 Man U.
I was going to say,
Um,
just a 4-0.
Stand up.
but
Theo Walcott was definitely up in that game, wasn't
I
he?
went.
100. And his yellow
underrated,
Arsenal tap, I
was,
knew
it
it.
But last season I went down to Man United Chelsea, the 1-1 game where Pinaldo scored, right? And the best player on that part by a country mile was Mason Mount. And I feel grown up, understanding football a lot more grown up, I feel like Man City, again, maybe because it's 1.2 billion, they play the better players, but you know what we need to do? We need to go down to a Manchester derby.
Fine.
Because
You down?
Well, I'd go to any game.
I say I'm my friend's my English team is Man U.
But the thing is, right, the difference.
Mine's is Man U and City.
The thing is,
Get on.
the thing is about City is they're just a machine. There's no like heritage about them. There's nothing. It doesn't matter how many leagues they win.
Yeah.
It's just always going to be put down to they've ploughed
exactly
money into
what it
it.
is.
There is no buzz. They play sounds at their stadium to make it sound busier. You know what I mean?
Aye. I
Just like
agree.
Ibrox. Now, the final segment of the show, alright, we're pushing a bit on for time here, that's my toe, is win your 50s. Now, Fraz, win your 50s, you may ask, I'll tell you about them.
Yeah, Frasman wins his 50s all the time. I've seen this guy play football.
Oh, see us getting sent to mid last week, by the way, frightening.
Aye.
I was sitting at the sideline taking notes, I was like, how can I be like this guy?
Is it Scholes by Gerrard? How can
I'm
I
just
take
a
notes
fat
for this
Paul
guy?
Scholes, that's all I am.
So, you see it outside the right foot pass, sprayed it across the pitch, it was some ball.
That's culture.
So I'm going to give you 5 of this, 5 games out of the 6 fixtures this week, and for each of these I want a prediction for the result of the game, and if you get it right you get a point. Now if you get it wrong you get nothing. Then I'm going to give you the featured game of the week, which you're going to give me the first goal scorer as well as the correct result, to get 5 big points. Now again, at the end of the season, as you're a special guest, I'm not going to say you need to pay 50 quid, right? Because I'll let you off and tick. But everybody that plays is £50 in, right? All the boys that are on it, and whoever gets the most points at the end of the season, all the 50 quid's going to the winner.
And right now the 50 quid is going to your man sitting right here.
Are you ahead?
1 point.
Are you
In front
sure?
of you, in front of
Including
you.
Jamie's
It's
last?
for free.
Including Jamie's last week?
Aye, it's for free.
Is it? No. I'm just got to get right down to business now, cause you're on the pod. The first team that I say is always the home team. So if I hear who's at home, you're out that door, alright?
I see. No, but see that's common knowledge. But the absolute imbeciles that we've had in this podcast, I'm talking about Callum Glasgow,
Conor McInnes.
Conor McInnes. Deco knows so much.
Deco knows so much.
Not so much. They will always say, "Oh, Rangers v Celtic. Who's at home?" Well, you know who's at home.
Aye, we're no LeBron here. We're no NBA ballers here.
He's playing tonight.
Yes,
Is this game 6 or game 7?
No,
This is
first
game
one.
1, baby.
Oh wait, they beat.
Playing the
Aye,
Nuggets.
They beat.
Aye,
The
Golden
Nuggets.
State folded a lot of debt.
Aye, they did, didn't they? I want to say. I hope. Well, listen, this is not a football podcast. This is an NBA podcast, MMA podcast.
Yeah, we've had everything today.
Well,
Did
it's
you
been.
watch the MMA weekend? Or what
I
was
don't know. I was watching KSI smack Fourier about with an elbow.
Aye, that's MMA.
But Celtic St Mirren.
They're going to need to bounce back. St Mirren need to win.
Celtic Park,
3
Wednesday night.
3-0 Celtic.
I'll go 2-0 Celtic.
I'm going to go 5-1 Celtic.
I don't think you'll blow away a team
I think we will.
between the now and the end of the season.
5-1 Celtic.
Can I change to 3-1?
Aye?
Aye.
Yeah, you'll score, didn't you?
I forgot Vickers is still out.
Oh, aye.
So I think they've got to go to ship.
Aye, 100%. Hearts v Aberdeen.
1 each.
I was going to say 2 teams coming off a draw. 2 teams who deserve to get beat. 1-0 Aberdeen.
2-1 Hearts. Kilmarnock St Johnstone.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
1-0 Kelly.
The double Desmond.
He's gone to 2-2.
It's 2-2.
No. Livingston Dundee United.
Oh, that's a hard game for Livy. So they've got Dundee United. They've got Livy away and Kilmarnock away.
Aye.
Dundee United. Oh, they're going down, man.
Who's at home? 0-0.
Nate Diaz, you want a Nate Diaz?
0-0.
No. What are you saying?
You say 0-0 as well?
No, I'm just repeating what Fraser said.
1-0 Livy. Is it coming up? Is it?
The thoughts in my head that I wanted to say something there. Dundee United 2-0.
Wow.
GZ Peeps, man.
You been speaking to Jim?
Nah, the fish.
The fish? The Connor Salmon?
Nah, it's Stevie Fletch.
It's not the fish.
You see Connor Salmon a lot of time on Wednesdays, by the way. I don't know if he's there anymore. We used to see him all the time. Anyway, Motherwell Ross County. She has fine thanks.
Oh,
Ross County
Angus.
3-1.
2-0, Motherwell.
Oh,
It's gonna go 2-0.
Kevin Van Veen offside goal again.
I know.
Do you know what? See for this week, right? I'm gonna.
If we predict an offside
If
goal,
we predict a Van Veen offside goal, I'll give you a point. No, all you need is no. Listen,
Van Veen offside goal.
No. If I been a
novice.
No, listen. If you say there is an offside goal and there's not, you're losing a point.
I don't know. I'm not taking that chance.
Joke's on you. I've no points.
-1.
I'm not taking that chance. You taking that chance?
Van Veen offside? No chance.
Aye, no way.
Is it so? Sorry.
I'm gonna go.
You said 2-0 Motherwell.
4-1 Motherwell.
Oof.
Saucy.
Ah, yeah.
For midweek.
For midweek. Look,
You know what I'm going for? The double Desmond.
Desmond's
The
it.
Desmond 2-2.
The double D's, man.
And then double D's unbelievable. And then Burnley and Rangers.
I thought that's what we had.
Did you know just give Hearts Aberdeen prediction?
So did. Is this a featured game?
Featured game of the week. So I need a goal scorer, first goal scorer, and the correct result for 5 points.
Ooh.
And see, because I added in a wee rule here, I'm going to add another rule here. If you give me the first goal scorer, you'll get a point.
So just the first goal scorer?
Aye, if you get the first goal scorer right, but not the...
No, the
Tell a
result.
lie, if you get the score right, but not the first goal scorer, I'll give you a point.
Alright, that's...
What about no first goal for Rangers? And 1-0 Hibs.
So you're going 1-0 Hibs?
So who's going to be a first goal scorer for Rangers? For Hibs?
Ewan.
Ewan who?
Ewan House.
I wanted to say Matondo 1 each, to be fair.
Oh.
It's a shout, like.
So what you saying?
Matondo 1 each.
Say it. Rampant Rangers. And then
Royal
next week will be
Rampant Rangers.
Royal Rampant Rangers.
Nah,
The
like,
gap gets smaller, the league's
so,
on.
it's so easy to look at that Celtic performance and just get carried away. 4-0 Rangers.
But back to reality.
Tavernier.
Mm.
No fair penalty.
Pen in here. We'll go with...
You're gunning it for everybody who takes penalties this podcast.
Mate, it's Hodgson, man. No chance. Ask him my penalties in Tavernier. Easy, mate. Left foot or not, blindfolded. I'm going to go... Three, 2 Rangers.
First goal scorer?
Really think Hibs have got that in them.
Aye. Midweek.
Can't even do it at the weekend.
Campbell.
Aye. That luscious locks of hair, man.
And see if he griddies, do I get a point?
I'll need to DM him on Insta, but...
No, DMs. What are you saying? If he griddy, I get a point?
Nah.
But if he doesn't, I lose a point. If I take it.
Oh,
Alright, do you take it then?
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you know what? I take it. I take it. He's gridding 100%. He's gridding. If Campbell scores, he's gridding 100%. And I'll be screaming at the TV, Griddy!
But is
Griddy!
Is he really going to do that when he's not even got a league to play for?
You want me to start on that one? His team's getting beat. He's one away. Who he's playing? Ross County? Something like that.
I don't know.
This wee guy's down the sideline like this.
Aye, was that his first goal?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, alright,
maybe-
okay. That's embarrassing.
No,
Get a message.
it's
Tell me
totally
not to do that
embarrassing.
Right, so if he doesn't get it, you lose a point?
Aye.
What a bet that was, man.
But if he doesn't score, I don't lose a point. It's only if he scores in griddies. That's fair.
I don't know about that.
That's fair.
Right, okay.
That's fair. If he scores, because let's be honest, he's poopy pants. But listen, it's been a luscious 90 minutes, probably 96 minutes extra time.
Aye. Is that a World Cup where again?
That is, but thanks for coming on, mate. I do appreciate it.
I know, thank you,
And
Chris.
again, producers, Fraser Hooley's right here. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thanks for watching the podcast, guys. And
And actually, let us know how you would rank all the underrated
an overrated tactic. That'll be in
Aye.
our TikToks and our Instas.
Aye, definitely. And look, if you've got any bad ball opinions, please let us know, man.
Because I know, listen, we're just a bunch of guys with no ball knowledge.
Aye,
So, just let us know.
aye, exactly.
Alright.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.